welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. And today, something's killing the children, and we almost killed ourselves.
Woohoo!
So we've had one hell of a weekend.
Ooh, boy. Boy.
First time trying to record post baby.
Yeah.
So just that in general was tough. And then you add in the fact that for some reason our recorder just decided to stop taking SD cards.
Yeah, just completely refused it.
Yeah. Except for when I got all the way back home and used the SD card, I forgot it worked, but I wasn't driving an hour and a half back up there. So
no, which to me makes no freaking sense because it's like we don't really understand technology that well.
None of it.
But for fuck's sake, I don't understand how.
I mean, we just spent an hour trying to get your on the correct microphone and headphone.
Yeah.
So
I've got like 6 wires coming out of the computer right now.
Yeah. So shit. I just swapped you back to the MacBook microphone. See, people, this is what we're dealing with. I say we just roll with it. Oh, now you're on no microphone.
Yeah, it's not even giving me the option.
Yeah, fuck it. You might as well just turn that off and move it away from your mouth.
It doesn't.
All right. So, if it's poor audio, we can blame it on Davis.
Apologies, folks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we've been doing with all weekend. We even went, I even came up there earlier to try to get this to work. This weekend. That way we both wouldn't have to do anything podcast wise on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And turns out we're going to have to anyway. So
yeah, it looks like we're going to still be doing it on Mother's Day afternoon.
Yeah.
But so at least we won't be sitting there for 4 straight hours taking up the whole day. But
yeah, no. But it does mean these episodes this month are probably going to be shorter. So
yay!
If you want to go ahead and jump straight into it, you can credit James Tinian and his friends.
Yep. Let's get over there and say hello to some folks. So, of course, like we're saying, we're doing something that's killing the children. We've got our written by James Tinian IV, illustrated by Werther del Edera. Looks like colored by Miquel Maruto, and lettered by And World Design.
Yeah.
Of course, Boom Studios produced it. I guess
you would say. Weird though. Thought it would be Image title.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I would have figured it was Image, but
I didn't know Boom did. I don't think they do creator owned, and then big chunk of their library I want to say is leased properties like the Power Rangers.
Oh. But what do you mean by lease property? Like they lease the property out, or they lease it to get to themselves?
Or they paid for the rights to produce a comic book.
Oh, okay.
To Hasbro or whoever owns it.
I got you.
Yeah. But you requested to do this one first. I don't know if that's a reflection on the other books we read this month, or I know at least one it is.
Well, at the time, of course, Y: The Last Man. It's always our week 3. I mean, that's guaranteed. Coming off of doing a baby, I didn't really want the first episode to be the 2 others we had were good to me. Well, one was better than the other for sure, and we can get
Powers was good.
Powers was good.
You were just trying to read it.
Yeah,
the night before we stayed up to midnight to watch a softball game.
Yeah, watch Bama barely win, and
I think your baby woke you up at 3.
Yeah, I was up at 3.
And then I woke up at 7 and came in to the living room, and you were asleep on the couch. So I don't know what happened there.
It was more just I got up, couldn't go back to sleep. Didn't want to wake him back up, trying to get back into bed. Well, he's not in the bed with us, but trying to get back in the bedroom and take the dogs back in.
I do have a noisy bed.
Do have a noisy bed, but it's easier just me and the dogs just stay outside. So we're staying in the living room right now. So,
and then your wife kept trying to wake you up while you're reading, and I just looked at her and said, "I'm not telling
I
someone who just had a baby to wake up, like
I
let them
mean,
sleep."
it was getting to the point like I would read. Remember in school, like in the middle of the day, you'd read like one sentence and
Yeah,
nothing would register, and you just
mm,
keep like, oh, like, and you'd read it 12 times.
yeah. That
Yeah, that's
same
what was
night,
happening.
or it was either last night or the night before. I was trying to listen to a podcast, and there was like something going on that was like pretty funny and kind of important, but like I just kept falling asleep. I wake back up 5 minutes later, hit the back button again, and
Just
try to
keep.
listen to it, and I just finally turned it off and was like, "I'll listen to that later."
Was that why you were in the? I guess that was when
Yeah,
you're back here. Yeah,
yeah,
but it's just like, whoa, what the fuck am I doing? So, like I
yeah.
tried to shut my eyes, and like once I got back, once I did it, I felt good, but
Hmm.
whew, it took a while to get there.
Yeah. So yeah. I forgot. I mean, I always saw this in Comixology app, but
Yeah,
um, I think someone was talking about how good uh what's the book? Conspiracy book.
uh,
Um,
Department of
Department of
Truth.
Truth.
Yeah,
Yeah. He also writes that, and everybody keeps talking about it. If you like that, go read. He did a really good one called "Something's Killing the Children," and so I
yeah,
was just like, "Screw it, we'll do that." But yeah, uh, you're the one that asked for it first. You want to give your thoughts?
yeah. So I mean, the biggest thing going in is like I didn't know where the frick this was going for a minute. Uh,
Yeah.
and then like you're sitting there and it's like, oh well, these kids are talking about dark, like pretty much nightmares and demons
Mm.
and shit, and one kid's being poked at about, oh, what's his nightmares and shit, and he goes, well, this creature showed up at my house, and all the dudes are like, oh, let's go check it out, and next thing you know, they're all ripped apart.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be a inside his head dream for a while, or for until the girl showed up, and I was like,
Mm.
oh no, it's true. Um, and I just liked how like you get that aspect, and then all of a sudden at the end you're like, oh no, this is a whole group that's dedicated to seeing only the demons that children can see, and it's trying to protect the world from
Yeah.
these
You can only
creatures.
see the monsters if you believe in monsters.
Yeah, and at some point in your life you forget about it because you
Grow up
grow
and you're
out
just
of it.
like, whatever.
Yeah,
But
so
then you got this group of people that goes around. Now, the person on the phone,
yeah.
well, you think that's the devil
uh
or
no,
something
I,
like it?
I think it's the dude at the head of the table. Once
I know,
when
but
she
when they
hits
showed
that
his
brother.
hand and whatever, I don't know. It
Dude,
looked kind of demonish.
oh, when it was on the cane.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he just looked like a old decrepit crazy dude.
Uh,
I mean, I figure they would probably angle for that idea.
yeah.
Uh, it definitely wouldn't surprise me if these were demons,
Mm,
true like biblical demons coming from the depths of hell,
yeah.
and they could be some sort of, I don't know, what's the right term, dark angels that are trying to keep them from killing the world. That's about the only way I can think of it.
I don't know.
But to me, they just
Um,
look like humans. I mean,
yeah.
honestly.
And
Uh,
this is the first time we've read a horror comic where it actually feels like a horror comic.
yeah, yeah, there was.
Like you could tell they were building suspense. Like they didn't show the monster more than
No,
they had to.
yeah, it definitely had like a Jaws aspect to it. Like
Mm,
you know what's out there. You know it's a spider looking demon, but you
yeah.
never see the full picture of it.
Mm,
You see his legs, you see it destroy a house, you see it get in a house, but kids' bodies ripped apart, but you
yeah.
never get it more than just like, oh, like half of a page is shown or
Yeah.
a quarter of it. Like you piece it together. But
No, I definitely thought they could have made the monster a little bit more scary though.
yeah, him just being like just a black spider with a red face is kind of
Yeah.
it's
And it wasn't
slightly
even
odd.
like enough like a spider to be scary because he
No,
just
no,
had
no,
that
no,
long
yeah.
torso.
Yeah, it really wasn't even like a spider, but
No.
it just had the frame of it. I mean,
Mm.
for you, we needed to pull Saga's the stalk in here,
Shut the fuck up.
and which you would have been better than this,
Yeah.
creature wise at least.
Yeah. She's definitely scary.
Yeah,
But
uh,
yeah, no, it was a fun book though. One I wouldn't mind going back reading myself. I don't know how soon it jumps back onto the reading list. I got a
What
pretty
do you
big
mean?
stack right now.
Oh, like
Yeah,
continuously
like
reading it all? Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know if had nothing else to read and saw volume 2, I'd probably read it.
Yeah, no, I did look on here. Volume, I think there's 8 total volumes. I was looking at the other day. All 8 volumes are free on Comixology.
Oh, nice.
So,
Well, that helps
my
it a
big,
lot.
yeah, uh, that's what I did in my past couple weeks. The one big story I've been reading is Attack on Titan, and I read all 8 free volumes on there. But of course, there's 30 something of them.
So cool.
So
We're not going to do a continuous on that, just so
yeah, you
Davis
said
can't
you've
be
already
like,
seen the
"Oh, we're jumping ahead."
you've already seen the whole damn show.
Not the whole damn show,
Oh, I'm sure. You said
but
you've seen a
a
lot of
good
it.
chunk of it. Yeah.
Either way,
Um,
I will say that once you read, like,
like I
get
haven't read the
past,
first whole omnibus of Ultimate Spider-Man.
yeah. But no, once you get past like the first bit of like the second volume and third volume of Attack on Titan, it's there's not a lot in a couple volumes. It'd be hard to do a continuous 1 volume at a time on that. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
There
But
is,
that,
thinking about the show, there is a lot of standing around talking.
yeah, there's
Then,
the second and third volumes a lot of just like, oh well, this happened. Let's try to figure out why, and
yeah.
then finally get to the action. But no, this is definitely. I'll definitely put it on the list of will read it. Uh,
We'll get to it eventually.
yeah, mainly just because of the fact that like the ending. I'm sitting there going, well, what do we do now? Do we do now? Is like where do they go from here? Does the brother does he stay indoctrinated because she hit him with that pin or
Oh,
whatever
I
in his
think he's
head?
joining the team.
I think so. I think he's getting the tattoo. But then the little boy, is he going to be so messed up that he's done with it, that she kind of wipes his mind of this all? Or,
I don't know. I could see that going either way. He could either be like the weak link to the whole team that drags them into situations they don't need to be in,
yeah,
like in every horror movie.
he's definitely the weak fucking link right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I mean, they say he's what, 12, 13 years old?
Mm-hmm.
He's young. I mean, he has no idea what actually is danger. And,
Maybe 15.
yeah, but either way, like he doesn't
What's up with the
understand.
stuffed
Like,
animal, though? Is
I
that
think
their
that's
communication
I
device?
think that's their
No.
communication.
But then why does she answer the phone all the time?
Well, I think it's her communication to what's happening in the demon world, like with the
Oh.
creatures. Because when they show the table, every person at the table has a stuffed animal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
True.
there's a giraffe, a rhino, a lion. There was like
And apparently they're
every one of them. Do what?
And apparently they're a bunch of pricks.
I definitely could see where they're a bunch of pricks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely like. I think that's like. Well, I don't know the right word because to me, it's like that's their communication to like what's happening in the world, like in the demon's idea. But at the same time,
it couldn't identify it.
Yeah, it couldn't identify it, and then also at the same time,
if it's also a demon, though, would you trust a demon?
No, but
exactly. So.
Apparently they trust them enough to keep them with them to help out with identifying crises.
True.
But
maybe there's some type of self-motivation there. I don't know.
Yeah, but even when they showed her, like showed it manifested in the room, but the cop couldn't see it. It was almost like gold. It was gold. It was gold and looked like it was an angel more than a demon, but
yeah.
It looked like a demon angel.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's Lucifer. Who knows?
I would imagine that the boss has got Lucifer, if it's an actual demon.
Well, depending on, well, I guess in the Bible it says he's supposed to be beautiful, but whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got it to like the boss table. They've all got, and the bandanas are weird that they wear when they fight.
Are you looking at it like right now?
Yeah, I got the page up.
Oh, I'm like, how do you remember all this stuff?
No, yeah, I've got the page up.
He's cheating over here. Oh, by the way, for the quiz this month, I'm going to require like a hands up or something just so I know you're not Googling stuff.
Really?
Yeah. You're going to have to like
just sit here like
do this to answer the quiz question.
Like you can't see that I'm typing right now.
No, not at all.
Just sit here and just like.
I just have to watch your eyes.
What? Yeah, it's like, what is the yada? And I just like read it.
I think I'm going to go. I'm not going to tell you because you'll study up on it.
Fuck.
But it is. I think it's all going to be like one. It's a continuous we did. So
Ball sacks.
yeah.
That's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else? I mean, for it to be, I really enjoyed it. But at the same time, I mean, there's not a lot that happens.
I mean, it's a what do you call them?
Murder mystery.
No, I mean it's the volume one. We get tired of. It's the trope of like the first superhero movie for that hero where they have to tell whatever they call that
The backstory,
origin
origin story. Yeah.
It's the origin story for this.
But at the same time, it's not an origin story.
Is, but also it's in the middle.
Right.
It's not. Yeah. It's not the order being born.
Yeah.
But they have to explain the world.
Now, the tattoo that they've got, the dragon inside with the two spears.
I don't know. I haven't.
Cool. You can't. Yeah, you're not even looking at it. You don't even remember.
Didn't even.
Oh.
I think my iPad. I think I brought my iPad back. I'm pretty sure I did.
I haven't seen it up here. If it is,
okay.
I just looked at my feet and while
I
have the tape set up. But
mm-hmm.
No, this is cool though. It's definitely going on the list of. We'll read.
Need to work back in at some point.
Yeah, it'll get worked back.
There's a lot of things in front, like
there's so many.
The Ultimate Spider-Man run.
Yeah, the Ultimate Spider-Man run. What
you finally got volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, I got volume 1 and 2 here. That's actually.
Speaking of something cool that you got.
Yeah.
Today is your birthday.
Woohoo! A day of recording, at least.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's do it next episode. That way, you don't have to like detach everything that's attached to you right now. I just want to show the internet what a good friend I am.
You are.
So I'll remind you before the next episode.
I just got to pull the headphones off when I go grab it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can entertain them real quick. So, guys, how are y'all doing? I need to stop looking at myself. I make it super obvious. So, okay. Davis freaked me out this weekend. I swear to God. He is way more excited to be a dad than he let on. I swear to God, he didn't even like let his wife hold his baby. She held it one time while I was there this weekend, and Davis held it the rest of the time.
I heard something about Davis called it something.
I was talking about how you buried the lead on how excited you were to be a dad.
Oh, all right, you ready?
Yeah, this is what I got Davis for his birthday.
Woohoo!
It is a special printing of Darth Vader from Mondo Movie Studios. They did a profile of a bunch of characters and even got it framed.
Yeah, man. It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I love it. But what is your, since we're on the topic, what are your thoughts of having a Vader poster in my room, in my house?
We talked about like where to hang it up. And of course, your wife had a strong opinion about it. And then
nowhere in the public viewing area.
Yeah. And then I brought up the fact that you are obviously a massive Vader fan, but if this was canon Star Wars, this would be like you hanging up a picture of Hitler in your house or an SS leader.
It'd be like Hitler's like top tier SS leader in the house.
Yeah. So it's just like
having Palpatine would be like hanging Hitler in your house.
Yeah. For any other fans of Jojo Rabbit, it's almost like Darth Vader is Davis's make-believe imaginary friend.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, when you put it in like, I mean, even George Lucas said that he created the stormtroopers and the Empire, based it off of the Nazi party.
Yeah.
Or the Nazi regime and the order and cleanliness. And I'm not saying I ascribe to that, and I do not approve before anybody gets any ideas. Don't sit there and act like anything.
If you're ultimately looking for a silver lining, and I'm not saying it's worth it at all, but man, did they just give every lazy writer the easiest villain ever.
What, Vader?
No, the Nazis.
Oh yeah, it's
I
Like once
mean, they're
the
still making movies about Nazi villains.
yeah, even Jojo Rabbit was like
Yeah,
Hitler
that was
was
a
his
fun twist on
friend.
it.
Like his
But I
Hitler
just went
Hitler
and
was his
saw
friend.
Sisu,
Ooh,
and that's just a movie where, like, hey, let's brutally
he
murder
just
people, but it's
murders the
Nazis,
shit out
so
of
we can be as gory as we want.
yeah, he just murders the shit out of Nazis. So,
Yeah.
but
Speaking of fun stuff we've seen and or read, it's the first episode of the month,
woohoo,
so want to go ahead and do some personal recommendations.
sounds like a plan.
Okay.
You got one set up?
I do.
All right, go ahead. Hit yours first. I think I've got one. It won't be the greatest, but I liked it.
If it's having a kid, you better be glad I'm not there.
It's not having a kid.
Okay.
It's not having a kid. I mean, that's of
Um,
course that'll be the top of the list for
yeah.
rest of the life, of course.
Uh, I'm gonna do as much to diminish that as possible.
What the fuck?
Yeah. We'll save that for another ramble segment. But so I'd recently rediscovered a web series that I watched around junior or senior year of high school, all the way up to like sophomore year of college, and it's very campy and fun, kind of Scott Pilgrimish. But it's called Video Game High School,
Okay.
and I absolutely love it. It's like in a world where video game players are professional athletes, and you can get sent to a special school if you're good enough, and it's like each different type of video game, like RPG, real time strategy, fighting, racing, and then like first person shooters are like the top, uh, I guess, major in the school. And then it's like the main sport that pays all the bills for the other ones. And then this guy just hits like a lucky shot off of a guy who's about to go pro from the school, gets accepted in, and then is having to like fight his way to survive his first year, and is trying to make the first person shooting team.
Jeez.
And it's funny and like dumb humor, like Scott Pilgrim. And
And it's a
I forgot
animation
it.
or live action?
No, it's live action.
Oh,
And like the fact that this was done like at least as early as 2012, and some of the stuff they are able to do is like kind of crazy.
talking about like the animate, like what, like the visual effects they do. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
But I think it's made by Rocket Jump, which used to be like a big
Yeah, I remember
YouTube
that.
page and like had their own website and everything. But I think they do have their short episodes, like uh 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And then it used to be on Netflix, but now it's on Roku channel, and you can watch it for free on there. And they've compressed it to where it's like 30, 45-minute episodes. They've combined them all.
Oh,
And if you had seen it before, you can tell where like the cuts are, but
okay.
it gets it down to like 8 episodes a season.
Oh wow.
And there's 3 or 4 seasons, but I recently restarted watching it the other day, and I forgot how much I loved it. So
Jeez. Well, that sounds
yeah.
pretty cool.
Mhm.
That reminds me. You remember watching? I'm pretty sure it was Russell Crowe, where he's a soldier and it's live action, and people are controlling prisoners, and it's pretty much like Call of Duty. It's like Call of Duty, and
Yes.
if you the prisoner and you and the controller like make it to X level, that prisoner is
Yeah.
freed, and that
Oh yeah, and
like you talk about that.
he's telling the guy controlling him, he's like, dude, just
Let me
let me
do it.
control
Yeah,
this. I can do this
yeah,
way better.
yeah. It's like because he actually was ex-military,
Mm.
could actually do it better.
I
And that
forgot what that
reminds
was
me.
called.
I couldn't tell you, but it reminds me. What you're
Yeah.
talking about reminds me of that a lot.
Mm.
But going off of like a shooter game, watch Gray Man for the first time.
Yes.
And I
Oh,
know
so
that's.
something I personally recommended like right when
Oh
it
yeah,
came
you
out.
did actually press.
And before I was thinking about this, well, since we're doing show and tell, hold on 1 second. The Gray Man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You got the book. Yeah.
The guy who wrote the book went on Joe Rogan, and apparently it's different enough from the movie that it's worth a read. So,
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've got some Audible credits that I need to listen to some
and
more
it's like
books.
a book series, 10 book series by now.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah.
And it just builds on itself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
think it's
guy's
like
in
an
Brooklyn.
individual story each time, but
Oh, cool.
I assume it's about the same guy.
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed it. The movie turned more of a. It was almost like watching GTA 5.
Dude,
Just
Chris Evans as Floyd is like you
freaking
need to go watch
great.
it just for his performance.
Yeah, that was freaking great. And I love seeing him as
A bad
the
guy.
villain. Yeah, it's just like the
If you liked
stupid,
him in
don't give a
Knives Out,
fuck.
you'll like him here.
Yeah. Damn, we had that in the queue to watch. I still hadn't watched that yet.
It's good.
But what's been funny is like my wife and I were talking about it a couple days ago about like having the boy here or having him here now. It's like
Is that what we're going to call him, the boy?
The boy.
And we've
Having-
already said his
I
name
know,
on the podcast.
Having Colton here, it's just like we have time, but then we don't have enough time. It's like every like 2 hours he's up. Like by the time we
you were
we've got to do
talking to me about it, and it was just like some days he is like crying all day, and you're having to handle your business with him.
Yep.
And then other days he sleeps all day, and then
Yeah.
you would think you would go to sleep too, or maybe y'all do like one person does while the other person.
Yeah.
And then it's just like y'all end up like going and cooking, cleaning, and all that shit.
Yeah, because I mean the kitchen still got to be taken care of. The laundry. Bailey can't
I
do
don't
a whole
think
lot because
I was there
C-section.
for a day and a quarter. I don't think I've ever seen y'all do. No, I was there Thursday night, all day Friday.
Yeah, and
then half of the day.
Yeah,
and I don't think I've ever seen them do the dishes that many times.
Yeah, I mean he has.
And then he has his own special bottle cleaner,
Yeah.
and so it's not that.
Yeah, so we have to keep his bottles clean, but to keep the sink clean, like empty enough for him, we got to clean all of our dishes fast enough. And it's been an experience. I thought
Don't
I
let
had
him
not turned a
fool
PlayStation in 5 months or 5 weeks.
Well, you also still have a PlayStation 4. So.
I still have a PlayStation 4. If I had,
and I'm playing Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, you can just go right off right now.
Didn't have to have a kid.
Didn't have to. Did want to though.
Yeah. Don't let him fool you. This guy is enjoying being a dad. He holds his kid way more than his wife does. At one point, I wanted to look at you and be like, "Hey, that's her kid too. Let her have a turn." But yeah. So as you can see, it's going to be an interesting month. Now I get to try to figure out how to put all this shit together, and then hopefully it turns out okay, and I'll have to make an emergency trip next week.
We got like 1 day between now and next month that we could do this.
Yeah,
you coming up in like a Monday or some shit.
Yeah, I can't really afford to do that right now.
No, not
so. Yeah, for everyone else, we will see y'all Tuesday. It will be Batman Damned.
Woohoo!
And Davis, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, hopefully we can get all these settings to work.
Hopefully so. Maybe I can get my mic back right.
And maybe we'll do some longer episodes. Who knows?
True.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.